I am Slick Nick, the living legend of hair loss, your personal hairline hero, and of course, the red pill pusher of hair loss, which brings us to this very video topic. I made a video called Hair Loss Bro Science 304, difference between red pill, blue pill, and black pill. And someone with the screen name of ANR said this, quote, I am a 19-year-old at Norwood 2, and I'm just so frustrated because nothing is working. Please help me. What should I do? Because my hair is still falling. And then that got one like. To which I responded, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know what I said. Quote, I cannot help you save your hair. This is not the channel for that. End quote. That's a very red pill answer for me. Our friend Tobo S chimed in and said, quote, Kevin Mann is the dude to watch if you're looking to keep your hair, end quote. And I agree. I mean, I think Kevin Mann gives a lot of hope to people who are worried about losing their hair and want to keep their hair. There's Hairliciously. I think he's the #1 hair loss YouTuber. I'm number 4, but Hairliciously I know is #1 last time I checked. He got a hair transplant. So I mean, you basically have two options. Do you want to get a hair transplant, or do you want to take drugs and put your faith in Big Pharma to save you? Those are your options. It really comes down to that. Now, granted, there's the third option, which is red pill, and that means that you embrace going bald, whether you actually go bald or not. Now, just imagine me, age 21. This is what I told my college roommate. I said, man, I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be a guy in my 30s, married and have 2 kids, live in a cul-de-sac, and be balding. I would get a hair transplant. Why do more men not do that? This is a conversation I had with this guy, the same age as me. And he said, well, because most men just don't care at that point in their life. They've got everything they really want out of life, and they just don't worry about it anymore. To which I said, no, I'll be different. I will be the guy that gets a hair transplant. Well, sure enough, here I am at age 39, and I have not had a hair transplant, and I do not take Propecia or any kind of drugs to save my hair. This just happens to be how much hair that I still have at this age, because it's all part of your DNA. You can't cause hair loss by anything you do. You can temporarily maybe lose your hair due to stress or whatever, but that's not male pattern baldness. That's not the same thing. That's conflating 2 different issues. So it's interesting because that's how I felt at age 21, that I'd be the guy that got the hair transplant. And granted, what's funny about that is not only did I not go bald, coincidentally, but I also, like my roommate suggested, stopped caring long ago. I mean, I stopped caring probably a year or 2 after that. I just flat out stopped caring and noticing that my hairline was starting to go back. I remember at age 24, that's when I was officially in Norwood 2, looking back on photos. So how old is he saying? Let me look back on that comment. He's saying that he's 19. So I've noticed a lot of my viewers exaggerate their hair. They'll say that there's something worse than they are. There's a good chance he's not even Norwood 2. There's a good chance he's Norwood 1. There's a good chance he's got receded temples, and this is no longer straight across, it's starting to go up. But he's still got very tight 90-degree angles there. Unlike me, I'm a Norwood 2.5. So there's a good chance he's not actually as bad as he's making it out to be, and there's a good chance that by age 24, then he'll be a true Norwood 2, like I was. And there's a good chance that at age 39, he'll still have as much hair as I do. And again, I don't take any drugs to stop my hair loss. I haven't had a hair transplant. I haven't had any kind of work done. This is just my DNA. Which, if you really want to know if you're going to go bald, why would you not watch the video that explains the 5 ways to predict if you're going to go bald? There's a link right there. Why wouldn't you do that? Like, that would be the first thing I would do if I were worried about it, is I'd watch the video. I'd ask myself the 5 questions. I'd look at the best out of 5. I'd leave a comment on the video thanking me for revealing that information, and then telling me if I'm going to go bald or not, and then looking at the other 10 things that make you attractive or not that are also in that same video. That's what I would do in that event. But everything you're hearing me say is very red pill mentality. It's a matter of, here's what you've been given in life, here's what you have in this version of life, this is your life, here are some things that you'll like, and here are some things that you won't like. But the things that you won't like, you might not even have to change them. You might just have to redirect your perspective on it, and maybe you'll be just as happy as the guy who never goes bald, which is definitely where I'm at. And that's what I am selling here. I'm selling hope and faith in a bright future, whether you go bald or not. So again, if that means nothing to you, then watch another YouTuber. Please stop watching my videos. I'm wasting your time with hope that you can still be liked and attractive and confident whether you go bald or not. Everything I say is going to be red pill. I say, why waste your time, energy, and money trying to buy your confidence by keeping your hair when you're actually being judged so harshly on 10 things, and they have nothing to do with things you can't control. They're all things you can control, which that's just a simple sign of maturity. Coming from a guy who's almost 40, I know to focus on what I can control, not on what I can't. But my viewers are young, they're immature, they're inexperienced in life. So instead they focus on what they cannot control. They have victim mentality, which is not red pill. Victim mentality is blue pill. And if you stay on that train too long, you end up being black pill. Your comments belong right here.